flights, hotels, car hire. Netflights.com, sponsors of the William Hunt Trilby Tour.
We're here today at the fabulous KP Club to find the champion of Yorkshire in the North East. Last Chance Saloon. Final 12 places up for grabs for the Trilby Tour International Amateur Final. You want to know the secret to winning this tour? Come here. Forget the cameras, forget the crowds, and just shoot a better score than the other guy. Easy.
It's week 8 of this season's Trilby Tour journey to the International Amateur Final at the Buckinghamshire. John Lynch, the 2008 amateur winner, he'll be there. He was crowned champion of Ireland this season at Druids Glen. In week 2, the Championship of Kent and South East England went to Daniel Broad at the London Golf Club. And at the Oxfordshire in week 3, Dave Duff claimed the Oxfordshire and West Midlands Trophy. In week 4 at the Marriott Sprouston Manor in Norwich, James Vose became the champion of East Anglia, and at Bearwood Lakes, the Championship of Berkshire and Southern Central England was claimed by Guy Dawson. In week 6 at the Park near Bath, Gary Barton took the Championship of Avon in the southwest, and then in week 7 we flew all the way north to Murray's Hall in Perth, where Trevor Taylor became the first ever Trilby Tour champion of Scotland. And in week 8 we've come to the KP Club in York to crown our last Trilby Tour regional champion of the season and fill those remaining 12 spots at the International Amateur Final. Here at the KP Club, the sky's the limit as far as head professional Aaron Pheasant is concerned, which is why he and his team have welcomed the Trilby Tour this season, an exciting new challenge for this forward-thinking golf venue. Here's Aaron to tell us more.
It's been fantastic. As soon as I heard about the Trilby Tour, I wanted to be involved. I myself have entered it as a professional. We had a big corporate day yesterday, had lots of local companies coming on board and multinational companies coming on board, and it's gone fantastically well. It's given us a recognition that we need here. We're quite famous around here for having greens with funny, quirky borrows, greens that break the wrong way. It's going to provide a stern test. The rough's penal, and the wind plays a major factor around here.
Tell me, how much preparation has gone into making today happen?
You only have to look at my eyes. The preparation has been intense. We had a very unlucky summer. We didn't have much rainfall, had lots of sleepless nights, but new bunkers, new tees, getting the whole course prepped up was a major works. Yeah, it was a big test.
The KP Club took the concept of a Trilby Tour corporate day to new levels. A massive field battled it out for the team title, and then came the traditional William Hunt sting in the tail, the twist to end all twists. The 3 winning players then went into a one-hole shootout against each other for a place on the following day's Trilby Tour Championship of Yorkshire in the North East. And what a shootout it proved to be. A big gallery stayed on to watch Tony Banks, Paul Brown and William Brown trading golfing blows for that Trilby spot, and under the watchful eye of William Hunt himself, the pressure was really cranked up. The hole suddenly got very small indeed, and Banks blew his first chance. Then Paul Brown missed his, while William Brown knew he was out of the running and bowed out with great flair. Round they went again and again, which had Mr. Hunt and the members scratching their heads. Finally, Paul Brown missed from distance. Only just, mind you, to leave Tony Banks with 2 for the win. Eventually, it was just a tap-in required to send Tony into the championship and at Trilby. A great day's entertainment laid on by all of the KP Club as a taster for the main event, but now the pressure was really on. Take it away, Tony. Unfortunately, that's where his story ends. Tony Banks wasn't one of the top 12 qualifiers, but these guys were. It was a pretty stormy day in Yorkshire, and anything over 30 points was in with a chance. In the end, Andrew Crowder's 31 was good enough on countback to sneak the last finals place on offer this season. The Bowery Golf Club man was through. Also on 31 points in 11th place, Pleasington Golf Club's John Hughes kept it very tidy indeed to take his place in the final. And 31 was a popular score. Steve Fessy also had countback to thank for his progress to the Bucks. Solid stuff from the Rushcliffe Golf Club's 9 handicapper. Now this man deserves a special mention. Jonathan Hurst out at 7 a.m. in Group 1, back with 32 points and the only first group player to qualify for the finals this season. The Garforth Golf Club player proving that the early bird really does catch the worm, or 9th place anyway. Charles Turner was one of a very small group of players in the rain to perform for the cameras in regulation. 32 points and 8th place for the Howley Hall 2 handicapper with a putt that actually dropped. Charles was on his way to the Bucks. Keith King couldn't quite repeat the putting magic, but he also managed 32 points in the end for a top 12 place. The Whittaker Golf Club man had booked his place for the big showdown. The King was in. That meant that exactly the same as Murray's Hall, 6 players were through. Crowder, Hughes, Fessy, Hurst, Turner and King all on their way to the Bucks. But 3 players, Harrison, Marshall and Jackson, would have to tee it up in a single-shot shootout to join Sean Marshall, Reese Hatton and Alex Wan in the playoff top 4. That shootout coming up, but first of all, let's meet the top 3. Scratch golfer Sean Marshall didn't get much chance to practice coming into this event due to the demands of work, but when it mattered, he found his touch. 35 points for the Carholm Golf Club player and a spot in the playoff for the Championship of Yorkshire and the North East. Great work out on the course. Let's hear from Sean.
As soon as I come off the course, I had to ring up work and tell them that the chances were I was having a few days off next week. So we'll see what happens now.
Now, what would it mean for you if you were actually able to win today?
I can't really describe it, because you don't get to play in as big things as this very often, and to win it would be pretty special.
Reese Hatton from Ulverston Golf Club in Cumbria looked in terrific form over the 18 holes, working in tandem with caddy Mark Slater to squeeze as many points as they could out of the course.
Yeah, I played quite well. Got off to a slow start and picked up quite a few shots in between, and got off to a rubbish finish in the end, but I was quite happy with my score.
Well, you're right in there, aren't you? I mean, what was your aim today when you rocked up?
My aim was to get into the final 12 to get down to the Buckinghamshire Club. I've been happy with that.
Well, you've achieved that.
Yeah.
The bonus for you today, of course, is you could well be playing for champion of Yorkshire and North East.
Yeah, hopefully. I look forward to it.
What would it mean for you to walk off as champion today?
Oh, everything. It's like any sport, you play to win. So if I won today, it'd be brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
Reese guaranteed to be playing for the championship, and so was this man, Norwood Park Golf Club's Alex Wan, who equalled 36 points and topped the leaderboard. Here's Alex.
A good round of golf for you today.
Thank you, yeah, it was all right. It was the first time I've actually played here. The condition of the course was quite good, yeah. Yeah, it's tricky, and the rain obviously didn't do us any favours, did it? So, yeah, but oh well, still had a good round.
Well, definitely going to make it through to the finals. Presumably that was your main aim, was it, when you walked through the door this morning?
It was, but also was to kind of prove to myself after last year's performance to kind of do a bit better. Because I played last year and kind of choked, so. But this year, yeah, it was fantastic round here.
Now, going into the playoff, slightly different than it has been today. I mean, the cameras have been around, but for the 3-hole shootout, they're going to be on every shot you play.
That'll be fine. We just take it as it comes into it, yeah. That's what golf's about, you just got to enjoy it and play it, really. So, as long as they don't do any close-ups on my face, then that'll be fine.